Here we go. Hi, everybody. This is Heather Vickery, and you have tuned into my weekly live show, Brave in Action. For those of you who are new, I am a transformational coach. I help people just like you learn to like, love, and trust yourself as this beautiful version of you because you're no longer who you used to be and you're not quite who you're going to be. So, right now, in this moment, imagine a life where your worth, your joy, your passion came from a foundation of you knowing yourself, loving yourself, essentially coming home to yourself and belonging to yourself first. Imagine the possibilities if you showed up everywhere else in the world already knowing that you were more than enough, that you were worthy, that you were valuable, that you had the answers, that you knew enough, that you could start, that you could try, that you could build. Imagine what you could do in the world if you started with yourself. And that is what I help people do. I'm going to grab this so that I don't forget it for later. Every week on Thursday at 11 a.m. Central, I come on and I share one little way that you can step out of fear and into bravery in unique ways. So, why does it matter? Well, because what we know for sure is that when we take intentional, inspired action and it feels brave to us, we start to take bigger action. We risk bigger things. We have bigger rewards, bigger payoffs, and it's contagious. Everyone around us blows up as well because they're watching us and they're inspired by us, and we can mirror that for other people. Um, I love this work. I'm so honored to be able to do this work. And today's episode is really a special one for me. Um, some of you might have seen, I actually was inspired to write the first blog post I've written in ages about this particular topic. I haven't written a blog post in a long, long time, like a couple of years, I think, but I felt a blog post about this. So I shared it. And then it was really important for me to come in and talk with you about it. So maybe you've seen it, maybe you haven't. The topic is called Lost Luggage, Found Magic. And let me set the stage for you a little bit. Back in May, I had the honor and privilege. I love to travel, and I got to go to Mallorca, which is a Baltic island in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea. It's owned by Spain. And I was there for a mastermind retreat. It's a human design mastermind that I spent a year in. Absolutely incredible. And I chose to go a couple days early because I actually learned many years ago that I love traveling alone. I love exploring on my own. I love being with me, which was a really big gift to learn. And I was an adult before I learned that. So, if being alone with yourself is still something you struggle with, um, it could be a really powerful learning opportunity for you. So anyway, I head off to Mallorca and I'm very intentional. I travel a lot about what I pack and I want to have options on clothing, but I like to have, all my essential oils and all the different books depending on what I want to read and different shoes for the right occasion and my skincare and my hair care and all of this stuff. And in fact, I knew that once we got together, we were going to go into the mountains for the actual retreat, that we were going to be doing a photo shoot. And I had an outfit picked out and I knew how I was going to do my hair and I was super ready for it. And I got to Mallorca and my bags didn't. They stayed in Munich. Now it shouldn't have surprised me because it was a hellish transfer. I don't know if you've ever been to the Munich airport, but it was like this big glass box of confusing hell and you had to go from one side to the other. In fact, I had to leave the airport, go through security to get to the other side. Super stressful. Shouldn't have been surprised that my luggage didn't make it. The airline later said, oh yeah, those bags almost never make it. Like, go figure. But they're like, don't worry, we'll have it later today or tomorrow. Okay, fine. So I just kind of roll with it. No big deal. It's going to show up later today or tomorrow. I'm chill. I've got a dress on. I always have I have a one specific dress that I travel in, that I fly in. I don't know, does anybody else do that? So I had this dress on. I was cozy. I was like, I can wait 24 hours. Not a big deal. I didn't have a phone charger, so I had to figure that out. We figured it all out. Not the end of the world. But then one day turned into two, turned into three. I didn't have my stuff. I was going to be leaving the resort that I was at, the hotel I was at in town, Old Town Palma, and going into the mountains. What was I going to do? I didn't know what I was going to do. A humbling experience, to say the least, to be without any of my comforts, right? Washing my underwear in the hotel bathroom. Um, I had to find the hotel, thankfully, had like toothpaste and toothbrush and deodorant and all of that stuff. I didn't want to go out and spend a lot of money because I knew that eventually my luggage would come. I hoped, or maybe it was going to just go back home. I don't know. I could have gone a whole week without it. I wasn't sure what was going to happen. But I did decide to go out and buy myself one new outfit because I couldn't stand to wear this dress any longer. And as I was wandering around these beautiful shops in Old Town Palma, which is this magical, gorgeous place, I stumbled upon this really beautiful, very unique dress that I would never pick for myself. It was a silk print, super strappy, low cut, very flowy. I think a version of me, if I'm being super honest, would have thought, "Oh my God, I'm going to look 12 months pregnant in this. I've been pregnant. I don't want to wear a dress that's going to make me look pregnant." But also, it was going to be comfortable, and it was islandy, and I was really excited. So I went ahead and got it, and still my luggage doesn't come. And then we leave for the mountains and still my luggage doesn't come. And so then I'm trying to connect with these people and say, I'm not at the resort I was at where you're supposed to deliver the luggage. I am someplace else. And this place doesn't even have an address because we're in the middle of nowhere in the mountains. So we had to find a location to meet them. Finally, they call and say that my luggage is ready. But guess what? It was too late for the photo shoot. The photo shoot was happening almost as soon as we got there on day one. So here's me. I like to organize. I like to plan. I like to know what to expect. I like to know what's going to happen. And I had really wanted these to be special photos. I'd wanted to be able to use them in marketing and promotion, and they were going to be magical. And now I was borrowing makeup. I decided to wear the new dress. I was wearing makeup from other people. I didn't have any hair care products. Like, it was going to have to be what it was going to be. And for a little while, I felt really sorry for myself about it. And then I decided, instead of feeling sorry for myself, I was just going to trust myself. I was just going to let go and enjoy the experience. And I certainly didn't expect photos to be good, to turn out well. I didn't expect anything. But what I decided to do was just lean in and relax. And instead of wishing that my outward beauty was what I was desiring, I decided to look for my inside beauty. And thankfully, the photographer, who was really lovely, Emma, was amazing. She really pulled all of that out of me. And last week, I got the pictures back. And when I tell you that they moved me to tears, there are no words to describe how much I felt that inner goddess when I looked at those pictures. I felt that inner connection to myself. I felt beautiful and bold and brave and confident, and like the person who travels to an island in the middle of the Baltic Sea by herself. Who does that if you're not a badass? I'm a fucking badass. I am a goddess. It was amazing. And at the end of this live show, I'm going to share the video with some of the pictures. For those of you on Instagram, it's a reel. You can see it anytime. Just go and scroll down. You'll see it. It was from last week, but I don't have a way to share that with you guys. I apologize. But looking at those pictures shifted something in me really drastically. And so what I wanted to share with you today are the top 10 things that I was able to experience and learn about myself when I chose to let go of control, when I chose to realize that this was the space I was in. This was what I had to work with. And so what did I want to do with it? Because we always have a choice, right? We always have a choice to panic, to freak out, to decide the sky is falling, or surrender and release and let go and trust the process. And I know for me, you've heard me say this over and over again, that surrender is the work of my life. Surrender is the work of my life. Trusting the process, showing up, showing out, letting you all know what I'm here, what I'm learning, what I'm doing, what I'm celebrating, and just believing that all things work out in my best interest, that all timing is divine, that the universe has my back. I believe these things and therefore they are true, because what you choose to make true in your mind is true. So here are the top 10 things that showed up for me when I chose to embrace this opportunity that felt stifling for a while. And don't get me wrong, there was definitely about an hour or two in there where I was just pissed and just panicked. It was about day 3 in, and I was really fucking frustrated, really tired of the whole damn thing. And I had to kind of come back to myself. So I don't want you guys to think that I haven't figured out all the time. I feel feelings just like everybody else does. I have emotions. I ride those. I do my best to practice self-compassion and give myself grace and go, it's pretty normal to be super pissed when your luggage is lost for days and you're in the middle of an island in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea, right? Okay, so here are my top 10 takeaways. And I am wondering where you can find space for these to show up in your life, how you can invite them in and support them. So the first one is that once again, I was here to embrace surrender, right? When I embrace surrender, and when you have the opportunity to embrace surrender, you get to lean into all of these unexpected situations and just accept them as they are. So look, when you're faced with an inconvenience, you have a choice to be super angry, upset, pissed, bitter, frustrated, whatever it is, or resist the urge to let that frustration and anger take over. And instead, you can embrace the experience of this moment. What is here for you? Find that gift in this moment and accept things as they unfold beyond your control. Number 2 is I found so much beauty within when I looked at those pictures. And I don't know that I had fully created that awareness in that moment, but upon reflection, part of the brave method, the 3 R's, reassessment, reframing, resilience, part of that reflection helped me find my own internal beauty. So even when external circumstances are less than ideal, you can slow down and stay present and discover, I'm going to call it self-adoration from within. Letting go of a need of perfection, a need to control the narrative, a need to have everything the way that you want, and realize that, you don't have to pack nearly as much as you think you do to have magical moments when you travel. I definitely learned you can pack less. I learned to let go of perfection in general. You have an opportunity when you let go of perfection to learn from the experience of losing something. In this case, it was my luggage, and let go of the need for everything to be exactly as you want it to be when you travel, in your work, in your family, whatever, right? Embrace those imperfections and find beauty within yourself. This is going to allow you to enjoy uncomfortable experiences, even if there are external circumstances that are fucking with you, right? You can still find joy in that. Next up is adaptability and resilience. Y'all, when you face roadblocks, they don't have to define you. They don't have to define your experience. They don't have to dampen your spirits. They don't have to suck the life out of you. You can find ways to make the best of a situation and showcase your ability to navigate changes. You can do this with grace and resilience. You have a choice. You are not stuck ever, unless you choose to be. Halfway through here, 5 is, oh my gosh, and y'all, this is so important to me, gratitude for the moment. Instead of dwelling on my lost luggage and feeling upset about the situation, I choose to appreciate the beauty of the moment. And that I do recall doing when I was there. And then again, when I saw the pictures, I could see that reflected. Again, there were moments where I felt awful about it and I was really upset and I was a little overwhelmed and super hyper focused on it. But for the most part, look, I wandered the streets of the beautiful Old Town Palma in the same dress and nobody knew and it didn't matter. And I just got to be in this moment. And it was all very simplified. It's not unlike when a global pandemic forced us all to simplify our lives. That was what I was forced to do on this trip. And there's so much to be grateful for in that moment. And when we can express gratitude in a specific moment, it shifts our perspective. It reminds us that this is just one sliver of what's happening, The world is so big. We are not alone. We can find things that are good, even when the things around you maybe aren't all great. There's always something that's working. That's not toxic positivity. That's just um, focusing on what you choose to focus on instead of letting the negative run the show. Next was I discovered this really intense inner strength and inner magic. I did. And I really saw that in those photos. When I looked at myself in those photos, I saw somebody who was strong and had a tremendous amount of magic. If you can surrender and embrace the moment and let go of things that do not turn out exactly like you want, you have an opportunity to discover your own inner strength and your own ability to embrace life and life's experiences with positivity, even without those familiar comforts and conveniences that you're used to. You have your own magic and you can rely on your own magic. And just knowing that you can is such a beautiful freedom technique. It's gorgeous. Next up for me, and I think you can find this for yourself as well, it was about self-expression and authenticity, right? I was able to embrace self-expression and my own vulnerability and authenticity in unique ways. I showed up in unexpected ways. I bought this dress that wasn't normal that I would wear, and I decided to, roll around, twirl around in the middle of the mountains with it and just love myself regardless of the circumstances. And number 8 is this really powerful reminder that the universe knows what it's doing. It has your back, right? All timing is divine. So these lessons from the universe can remind us that every experience is valuable. Every experience is a message from the universe, and that offers you opportunity for growth and self-discovery. Each challenge presents you with a valuable lesson and insight to guide your journey if you choose to pay attention. Again, this is the 3 R's from the Brave Method: reassessment, reframing, and resilience, right? The next gift, the next lesson is finding joy in the process. Even amongst all of this initial disappointment and all of this frustration, I was able to find joy in the process of the experience. And you can too. What's frustrating you in your life? What's not working? Where can you step back and look for a little bit of joy in the process of the experience? What are you learning about yourself? What's surprising you? What's showing up for you in unique ways? Learn to appreciate these moments as they unfold and surrender to the circumstances, and you are going to find so much internal magic and so much gift. And then the last one is resilience and beauty, resilience and beauty, resilience and beauty. Just like the photo shoot showcased for me, I am resilient. I am beautiful. And I know I felt that way in the moment, but I somehow still didn't think that it was going to translate into a picture. And you guys, it did. Because when we feel our own inner magic, our own inner goddess, when we feel our own resilience on the inside, it shows on the outside. People see it, they resonate with it, they connect with it. So embrace life as it comes and let your own authenticity radiate like magic off of you. What a beautiful gift. What a beautiful opportunity. And I just knew that I needed to share it with all of you. I needed to bring it forward because what have you lost that allowed you to find yourself? I know there's something. And what are the gifts in that? If you take the time to slow down and embrace it, you're going to find those gifts. You're going to find those moments. And I'm excited. I want to hear about those moments for you. I want to know what they are. I want to celebrate them with you. I want to honor them for you and with you. And so that's this week's Brave in Action. And I'm excited to see what you guys bring forward. I do want to give a special thanks and shout out to Meg, who was so generous to buy the coffee for the week. What that really means is she gave me a tip. And you guys can do that too. If you like the free content that I'm putting out, if it supports you, if it resonates with you, if it lights you up, if it inspires you, if it helps you think of something in a unique way, If it makes you laugh, if it brings you joy, you can say thanks by visiting vickeryandco.com/say thanks. And you can give me a tip. I call it buying me a coffee. Usually it's like a matcha latte. I love my oat milk lavender matcha latte, but it's a treat. And when you go, you can, whatever amount you want to contribute, whatever feels like you're called to do. It helps me know that this work is connecting with you and that I should keep showing up and keep doing it. So I really appreciate that. Before we pull a Create Brave card, I want to just remind you that next week is our First Friday Manifestation Power Hour. So if you are not already registered for the First Friday Manifestation Power Hour, get your ass registered. It's totally free. It's super fun. All you got to do is visit vickeryandco.com/manifest together, and you can join us. You'll get the link. You only have to register once. You'll get the invite every single month. We spend an hour together manifesting out loud, bringing our internal dreams and desires out into the world, and we begin to see how we can create them, because manifestation isn't just deciding you want something and it magically appears. Manifestation is declaring something and then shifting the way you show up in the world to achieve it and to make it a reality. So that's a really fun thing to do collectively as a group. Come and join us. And last but not least, we have officially opened new applications for the next cohort of the incubator. It's going to start on September 6th. Y'all, this program is amazing. It is an experience. It is part coaching. It is part community, part accountability. There's an actual course component with it as well. We dive deep. This is for you if you are ready to elevate the love, like, trust of yourself in this space, in this moment. If you are ready to come home to yourself fully, to belong to yourself, to shift yourself from the inside out, because you know that not only is that going to make you the healthiest, strongest version of yourself, it is going to bring the healthiest, strongest version of you out into the world, into the areas that you want to care for and love and support. Beautiful, powerful work. I use human design, I use NLP, I use positive psychology, I use the Brave method. We have accountability partners. It is deep and beautiful and powerful. And the only way to join us is to apply. Application does not require a financial commitment, and application does not confirm that you're in. You apply, and then you and I set up a one-on-one call, and we talk about in depth what the program is, what your goals are, and if it's a good fit for you. And then if it is, then we move on to getting you confirmed in and getting an agreement and payment and all of that. So you can join us. You can apply to join us right now. If you apply to join us right now, we still have early bird pricing. So between now and August 4th, you can save $500 on your incubator registration. All you have to do is have your application submitted by August 4th in order to save that $500. You don't have to have had the call with me. You don't have to have made the decision with me. You just have to have applied by August 4th. If you even think maybe you kind of want one of these coveted spots, because it's a very small, intimate cohort. I'm really intentional about that. If you want one of these spots, you've got to get that application in, and might as well save $500, right? Why not? So, my darlings, it is time to draw a Create Brave card. This is a deck of manifestation cards that I co-created with my friend Rachel Swanson, who I adore so much. I did a human design reading for Rachel yesterday, and it was such a treat and such a joy to see her recognize herself, to resonate with herself, to light herself up, to have some understanding of why she's behaved in certain ways and why she feels certain things, and then to unapologetically embrace them on a whole new level. So I love doing custom human design readings. They are so much fun. They're so empowering. So if you like tarot cards, affirmation cards, anything like that, you're going to love the Create Brave manifestation cards. They're just designed to help you think out of the box. So when I pull this card, it's for you, it's for me, it's for all of us. What does the word make you feel? What does the affirmation make you feel? What does the design make you feel? What's it telling you? There's a message for, oh, there it went. There's a message for everyone. All right, I'm going to go down and pick it up. Here it is, you guys. Oh, how many times have we said this? I am like a mess right now. Reassess. So I always wait until the universe tells me what card it is. It just like pops out. It's like, this is the one you want, Heather. Reassess. Reassess. I set aside time to gather more information and this guides new action and direction. So, what does this card reassess show up for you? What does it make you think? What does it make you feel? What does it tell you that you maybe are hiding from or avoiding? What uncomfortable truth is there? What do you need to reassess in this moment today that will shift something for you, that will bring you closer to a dream or a goal, that will help you manifest the next phase of your life? I set aside time to gather more information, and this guides new action and direction. With the Create Brave deck, we also have a guidebook. So let's read what it says about reassess. Are you letting life run on autopilots? Regular reassessment allows you to look at things in a new light and with a fresh perspective. Set time in your calendar to have reassessment check-ins daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and annually. These are things that we do talk about in my coaching. I hope you set that up. We talk about it in the book as well. Grab a copy of Fuck Fearless. Go through your routines and see if they are still serving you. Reassess if your workflow, even at home, is giving you the results that you deeply desire. There's always a lesson or opportunity in every experience. Reassess. Come on, you guys. How is that not the perfect card for today's topic? Lost luggage, found self, right? There's always a lesson or opportunity in every experience. Reassessment provides a way to think about experiences critically and to learn from them. Think about what you've learned from your check-ins and use that information to propel you forward in a positive way. And then we have a Create Brave prompt. So it's a thing you can go out and do right now, just to step into this space of reassessment. Schedule a reassessment check-in. Look through your daily routines. Are they still serving you? And what do you want to keep? What would you like to change? What would you like to get rid of? So I want to know what's showing up for you. I love that. Are you going to join us for the August 4th, First Friday Manifestation Power Hour? I hope the answer is yes. Make sure you get your asses registered. You can actually find links to all of my stuff, the Create Brave cards, the Manifestation Power Hour, the Incubator, all of it. If you visit vickeryandco.com/social, everything is there. And my new OBM, Shelby, shout out. I love you, Shelby. She said, this is too much. It's too many links. It's decision overload, but I don't want to stop giving you links to everything. And I kind of like having one place to send you. So I'd love to hear your feedback on that. Is it too much, or are you glad that everything is listed there, that you just have one address to go to and you can connect with everything? I think you are all beautiful and magical and wonderful. I hope that if you are called to working with me, if you are called to showing up for yourself, if you are called to coming home to yourself, belonging to yourself, learning to like, love, and trust yourself as this version of you that exists today, to grow from enough, to grow from a foundation of you are a fucking badass. You are more than enough right now. Please, please go and get your application to the incubator in. When the cohort is full, it's full. You might as well save that $500. Again, you will find the link to everything we've talked about at vickeryandco.com/social. Go, 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 go right now. Bring your friends, invite your friends. Let's do it together. Get a buddy system going. So I don't normally do it this way. Normally, I close out on StreamYard here, and then I look at Instagram and I say, thanks for hanging out, Instagram. It was so fun. But because I want to show all of you on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube the video, I'm going to actually say goodbye to our friends on Instagram first. I love when you guys are here. I see so many of your names and faces that I recognize that show up every week. I am so grateful for you. It is such a pleasure and a privilege and an honor to share time and space with you every week. Come back next week, Thursday at 11 a.m. Central. I will be here, and we'll have a brand new topic of Brave in Action. So thank you, Instagram, for being here. I'm Heather Vickery, reminding you today and every single day to go out and choose bravely. So I'll see y'all later. Bye. Okay, do you guys want to see the video? I'm going to add it to the StreamYard. You guys ready? Here it goes. So there's no music attached to it, but these are the pictures of me in the mountains in Mallorca. Emma Fenton was the photographer. She is amazing. And I honestly have to tell you, I never felt more like a goddess than when I looked at myself in these pictures. I can feel my own inner magic, my own inner growth. And it was such a gift, such a gift. So thank you to Kyla from Hatha Astro for creating the space and for guiding us and for teaching me and educating me and holding space for me. It was magical. So you guys, thank you for being here. I'm Heather Vickery, reminding you today and every single day to go out and choose bravely. Hopefully, I will see you again next week. Take care. Talk soon. Bye.